For example, the distance between this Burger King and Wendy's is about the length of an average school bus. You just saw the wind turbines behind me are going crazy, but it looks like the worst of the storm is already behind us. The Fish of Greater New Haven is just one organization that tries to give back to its community by providing as much food as it can. And we have a warning for people planning a weekend trip to New Haven. Spencer Cassidy has the details. Hurricane Sandy not only affected students living here on campus, but for students off campus as well, with most of its part-time students choosing to work instead of paying the price for full-time tuition. And for all of those affected by Metro Taxi's new fuel-efficient cost cars, Quinnipiac's emergency management meeting will meet today at 4 o'clock to decide if the university will be open for students tomorrow.
Nick Frias has more on how the increase in the number of food chains is causing an increase in people's waistlines.
When consumers are looking for a quick and easy meal to grab on the go, fast food is the common solution. But not only is the food quick and easy,
it's cheap. And sadly in this economy, sometimes, people feeding their family, they resort to fast food.
And more commonly, people with lower incomes are the ones spending what's left of their paychecks at these fast food chains.
Oh, it's a fact. Yeah, people with lower incomes do, and I think it is the cost thing, and I think education-wise, people don't realize where.
If you're out, it's convenient.
For North Haven High School student Caitlin Puglisi, being out all the time calls for an easy fast food pickup.
Because a lot of times you're out and you have to go from one place to another and you don't have time to go home, so you just stop somewhere and get something to eat.
But all this talk about easiness makes it hard around people's waistlines.
Fast food is one aspect. It's just the problem is, as Americans, whether eating at fast food, we just tend to eat a lot. And ultimately it's the amount of calories that you're eating. And the amount in a fast food meal it really should be the only thing they're eating all day, and they're not eating that one meal all day. And I think that's having an impact.
According to the U.S. Census, this map shows that there are over 3,000 fast food chains in Connecticut alone, and there is nearly one fast food restaurant for every 1,000 residents, which may be another reason why people keep dining on these tempting treats. It's common to see multiple fast food chains in close proximity to each other. For example, the distance between this Burger King and Wendy's is about the length of an average school bus. There's also a Taco Bell and a McDonald's right across the street. With so many fast food chains in one small area, it's an easy choice for consumers, but it makes the obesity rate continue to rise.
There's people who eat fast food, for every day for lunch, 5 days a week, and it's sad. And it's playing a huge role in the obesity endemic.
Nick Frias, Q30 News. Over 17 million students went to a college or university in 2009, according to the National Center for Education Statistics. But some college students today are resorting to an old way of life, holding down a job while going to school. That's what Sarah R. did while she got her undergraduate degree.
I was a tour guide here at Southern, and I worked retail at Meriden Mall. It's very expensive. I think it's tough to get a good public education, but you get what you pay for in a sense.
The number of part-time students has increased this semester here at Southern Connecticut State University, with most of its part-time students choosing to work instead of paying the price for full-time tuition.
We have 1,256 students enrolled in part-time status. From an undergraduate point of view, many of our students enroll full-time, but we've seen an uptick in the number of students that are pursuing their bachelor degree in part-time status.
There are 8,696 total undergraduate students at Southern. Just over 1,200 are going to school part-time. That's 7% of the student population. But Crone says this rise in part-time students is something new.
Well, this is the first year we've seen this significant uptick in part-time students. Again, an increase of 7.2%. It wasn't that large an increase last year.
The National Center for Education Statistics also states that over a third of students went to school part-time in 2009.
Now, why? It could be for a few reasons. Students are increasing their work hours, and in order to finance their obligation, finance their education.
And with the price of college going up, having to spend less time at school may mean only getting a part-time debt. Nick Frias, Q30 News. Books, clothes, and shoes. These are some of the things people in need get from Master's Manna in Wallingford, but what most people don't recognize is the hidden jewel in the back, the soup kitchen.
Master's Manna is a community outreach. They provide food through our soup kitchen 3 times a week. They have a food pantry, and they also have a clothes closet providing for the needy. I retired from my job, and I wanted to share my talents with my community. I love to bake and cook, and I thought that that's a way that I could give back.
For volunteer Carol Sinertia, all it took was one visit to keep her coming back.
I brought some clothes in. I saw the people shopping here. I saw the need in the kitchen, and I said I could do this. I wanted to volunteer. They have a chef, 2 chefs. It's either made by them or it's donated. It's donated by the community. Restaurants will donate trays of food that maybe were ordered and never picked up. They can come in, help themselves.
Administrative Assistant Mary Hayden Weiner says it's a place for people to bounce back.
We try to provide a safe place for people to come. They are able to have a meal when they come in the door. They're able to get groceries for their family, so they have some control over their lives.
And at the end of the day, volunteers at Master's Manna know they did a good thing, and they look forward to doing it again each week. Nick Frias, QNN.